Hey guys, it's Dr. Eric, Axiom Health Solutions. I'm here with Dr. Ryan, and we're going to show you how to do your low back rehab exercises. This first one is called the McGill curl up. Okay, now what this is designed to do is to repair the curvature in your low back. Remember, you're supposed to have a curve in your neck and a curve in your low back from the side. So many of us lose that because we sit all day long and we're deconditioning our back, and that can cause a lot of back issues. It can cause degeneration in the back. It can cause disc issues in the back. So what we're doing is strengthening your abdominals and also repairing that curve through a muscle called the transverse abdominis muscle. Now, this is not the one muscle that you work when you're doing sit-ups. This is a different one, and it's much more important, okay? So what we're gonna do on this is he's gonna be on his back with one knee bent like this, and then what we wanna do is reserve make sure that we're storing the curve in there. So he's gonna put both hands underneath the small of his back, just right there, just above the waist. That helps to keep the curve in there. Now that the curve is in there, we're gonna have him start engaging the transverse abdominis, and what we're gonna do here is he's gonna pretend like there's a string in the middle of his chest and it's pulling him straight up. So go ahead and do one, Dr. Ryan, where you're coming straight up like that. So he's gonna come up just about that far. He's gonna hold it for 6 seconds, and then you're gonna come back down, okay? And that's all we're doing. So one way to think of it is almost like there's a bathroom scale under your head, and you're just trying to raise it up. Go ahead and come up for me. Just enough to where that scale would read 0. Okay, you're just trying to unweight the head and the shoulders. So come back down again. Now, a couple things to watch out for that we don't want to do. So you don't want to curl like you're doing a sit-up. He's not moving his neck that way, right? So notice when we do it again properly, do it properly for me. So his ear is still in line with his shoulder. Now come down. Now do one where you're wrenching forward. And you see now he's flexing forward like that. That's what we don't want to do, all right? This is not a curl this way. This is just raising the chest and neck up like that. And then you're going to switch. So you're going to do that for the number of repetitions prescribed, and then you're going to switch legs and you're going to do the same thing. So go ahead and come up for me. Yep, for 5 to 6 seconds right there, and then back down. Now, if you're having a hard time doing it for 5 to 6 seconds, start slow. Work 2 seconds, 3 seconds, 4 seconds. A lot of you, this muscle hasn't been worked in a long time. So that's what we're gonna be doing on the McGill curl up. And as we do that, you'll get stronger over time, and it's really gonna help your back and help everything stabilize the way it needs to be. So that's called the McGill curl up right there. Now, the other one we're gonna do is called the McKinsey exercise. So if you wanna lay face down for me there now. And this is designed to, again, to help the curve in your low back. So we're going to be working right down here. Now, if you have any pain shooting down in your legs, sciatica, anything like this is perfect for you, because what this does when he does this exercise is it opens up the disc space and allows disc pressure to come off of the spinal cord. So it actually helps the neurology in the lower part of the back, but then it also helps to repair this curve. So what he's going to be doing is laying face down like this, hands right next to his shoulders. We want to do this on the ground if you possibly can. If you're doing it on the bed, that's usually too much give. So on the bed if you can, if you can't, or on the floor if you can. If you can't, you can do it on the bed, but we want to graduate to where you can get on the floor. So Dr. Ryan, go ahead and extend up for me here now. So he's coming up to basically to where it feels comfortable. Now realize his hips stay on the ground like this. Now go back down. Okay, so he's going to come up one more time, hold it for 2 seconds. 1, 2, and then back down. That's 1 repetition, okay? Now, if you can only get a third of the way up, so come on up just about there. If it starts to hurt right there is good. He doesn't have to come all the way up. Now, do one, come down again. Now, come all the way up as high as you can. You do not have to get to this position. The higher you can get, the better, the more relief you're gonna get in the low back, but if you can't get that high, you don't have to worry about it. Go ahead and go down again. So one thing that's important to understand here, when you do this, it should feel good. So when you get up after doing this, you're not really working muscles, you're decompressing the spine. So sometimes I'll get out of bed in the morning and my back's really sore, or if I played golf or something, it'll be sore. I'll do these McKinsey exercises and it just resets the neurology in the low back. So this should feel good after you're done with it. I played golf with a friend of mine recently. He tweaked his back before a tournament. I had him do some McKinsey exercises and he was playing golf 15 minutes later. So it should feel good when you're done with it. So again, repetitions are gonna be done based on how many we recommend for you. You can do this several times throughout the day, but we'll tell you how many sets and repetitions that you need to do. So thanks again for being a partner and getting well.